For a side plank banded row, you need to first make sure that you can do a good side plank position. So some little tick box exercises for you. Top leg wants to be in front of the bottom leg so that you can pull this lower hip underneath this hip so that you're stacked with this hip directly above your lower hip. You want to try and make sure that your shoulder is stacked directly above this shoulder and everything else in between is as straight or as neutral as it can possibly be, so that what we call your central column is stacked head over foot. So if you were to tilt yourself so that you're vertical, your shoulder would be directly above this hip, and this shoulder would be directly above this hip. Once you've got that established, you're then trying to set up a band far enough away at the right resistance level so that there is some tension at the start of the movement and that there is an increased amount of tension at the end of the movement, obviously. When you're here, you want to try and focus on pulling your shoulder blade back and follow some good rowing mechanics. So your shoulder blades come back first, your shoulder is depressed, and then think about the elbow being pulled away from where the band is coming from. Throughout the range of motion as well, you want to make sure that nothing else is moving. It's only this shoulder that is doing the work. Nothing else is moving at all. Everything else is focusing on staying as stable as possible throughout this shoulder rowing movement. For the first few times doing this movement, I suggest going with a bit of a lighter band to begin with and maybe being a little bit further away than you think you should be. It's very easy to get a band like this that you're used to being able to row. And then when you're at this position here, it's far too much because you have to be actually quite far away for it to be a little bit of tension. And so make sure there's some tension at the start and then make sure that the tension at the end isn't too much and it's pulling you out of position. That's the kind of Goldilocks sort of territory that you're aiming for.